It's Tuesday, January 14th, 2020. Here's what's happening. The man convicted of murdering a local school superintendent in 2012 is appealing the verdict. Plus, a new restaurant opens here in downtown Jamestown.
Well, we have some peekaboo sun through the afternoon, temperatures into the 40s, but how long will that last? We'll talk about it next as the news starts right now.
From the team that puts coverage first, this is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. The man sentenced in the 2012 death of Clymer School Superintendent Keith Reed is appealing his conviction. According to the New York State 4th Department Appellate Court docket, representatives of Anthony Taglinetti are scheduled to appear before the Rochester-based court on Tuesday, February 18th. Now, in November 2013, a jury convicted the then 43-year-old of second-degree murder in the death of Reed, who headed the 440-student Clymer Central School District. Prosecutors argued that Taglinetti drove 350 miles to shoot Reed in the back and chest. Now, during the trial, then District Attorney David Foley told jurors that Taglinetti was driven to kill by a sexually explicit email he discovered between his wife, Mary, and Reed. After arriving in rural Clymer, Taglinetti first went to the Clymer school building in search of Reed. When he learned he was not there, he went to his home where Reed lived alone and shot him 3 times. The 51-year-old's body was found more than 2 days later after his failure to show up at a professional conference raised several alarms. Well, 2 Salamanca men are facing murder charges after a body of a 38-year-old man was found deceased inside a building on Waite Avenue in the city of Salamanca. Police there say that 35-year-old Jeremiah D. Yalars and 31-year-old Derek Marsh are charged with second-degree murder following an investigation by Salamanca Police and the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Office. Investigators say the duo are currently being held in Salamanca City Jail pending arraignment in that case. The identity of the male victim was not released. And the village of Fredonia is in the running to receive a $500,000 transformation as a top 5 finalist on the hit reality show Small Business Revolution. This morning, the village found out that they made the top 5 after it was previously announced that they were in the top 10. Residents gathered early at the Fredonia Opera House to watch the announcement, which took place at 6:45 a.m. So far, the show's hosts have traveled to meet with each small town to learn more about how they could benefit from this makeover. Now that Fredonia is in the top 5, a week-long voting process will determine the winner. The community is encouraged to vote once a day on every device possible. A link and so much more on how you can vote is at WNYNewsNow.com. Well, a new fine dining restaurant here in downtown Jamestown is now officially open for business. The Chop House on Main held a grand opening ribbon cutting yesterday afternoon, owned by husband and wife duo Amber and Andrew Carlson, with the kitchen run by head chef Burke Lindquist. The restaurant aims to offer a modern take on a traditional steakhouse.
We're excited to bring that experience and team in. Between the 3 of us, we have over 50 years in restaurant experience. And we're excited to bring that experience to the area and share it with our guests. Our menu prices are comparable to the market here. As far as steaks, our steaks go anywhere from $20 to $50.
Now, Carlson also says the venue offers an extensive wine list and well-curated craft cocktail menu. Previously, Fresco's Pizza and Wings occupied that space before it closed in July 2019. Certainly great to see some new life here in downtown Jamestown. And that restaurant's actually been open for a couple of, I guess the last month here as they've been kind of getting things into the work, but can't wait to try them out myself. Hopefully everybody is having a great day and enjoying some of this sunshine that's really moved across our area. It certainly is really nice, kind of feeling like spring the last couple of days. I know Saturday was one of the best days to do that. Got to check in with the comments and say hello to Amber. Hopefully you're doing well. Thanks so much for joining us here on the broadcast. Good to see you here today. Hello to Melissa as well. Hopefully you're having a great day. Hello to Lena, Lori, and Teresa. Hello to you all. Thanks so much for being here on WNY News Now. Let's shift gears and turn to Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by with a first look at our weather forecast. In Dakota, it's pretty beautiful out there right now.
Yeah, it is, Jay, and happy Tuesday, everybody. And don't get used to this because big changes are in the cards. Once again, 29 degrees was the official low in Jamestown this morning, 28 in Dunkirk, also 28 in Erie, and 26 in Olean. So temperatures actually mild for this time of the year. The average low this time of the year in Jamestown is 14, and so you can see we were well above that. So again, here it is on the almanac. 42 was the official high yesterday. Again, we should be near 32, 10 degrees above average, and we'll talk about this. So far this year in 2020, we are warmer than where we should be for this time of the year, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. The record low for today is 12 below zero, set back in 1988. So here it is hour by hour. There is a small chance of a isolated or spotty rain shower through the afternoon, but only 1 in 3, a 30% chance anybody's going to see that. Otherwise, in and out of sun. Otherwise, peekaboo sun, temperatures mid-40s. But yeah, winter returns big time as we go later in the week and into early next week. We'll talk about it in just a few. Justin?
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you very much. Coming up, a lot more to tell you about why New York lawmakers may see some pushback with a public health ban. And later, a day dedicated to dressing up our furry friends, that and more, as WNY News Now continues.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you. When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading the WNY News Now mobile app. Stay up to date on local news, weather, and sports that matter to you. Plus, subscribe to breaking news and weather alerts from the team that puts coverage first. In addition, watch news as it happens with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network. Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. New York lawmakers could ban flavored tobacco products amid growing concerns over the tobacco and vaping industry's use of flavorings to attract young people and African Americans, though it's unclear whether a push to ban menthol cigarettes will succeed. The Democrat Senate majority plans to pass a ban on the sale of flavored e-cigarettes and also smokeless flavored tobacco products as soon as next week. Now, Senate Democrats also plan to move forward with several other bills, including one based off of a study of long-term health effects of e-cigarette use and laws preventing tobacco ads and new tobacco stores from popping up near schools. It's less clear, though, how lawmakers will plan to push forward a bill on banning all flavored tobacco products, and that includes menthol cigarettes. The exclusion of menthol flavorings from tobacco restrictions at the state and federal level has long drawn criticism from the public and civil rights groups who say the tobacco industry has marketed menthol cigarettes to African Americans for decades. Well, yesterday, federal prosecutors recommended former Representative Chris Collins to be sentenced to nearly 5 years behind bars. The New York Republican pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit security frauds and making false statements back in October. He's set to be sentenced on Friday. Collins was the first sitting congressman to support President Donald Trump's bid for the White House. He resigned from Congress before he pled guilty in that case. Well, a major milestone for women on the jobs front. For the first time since the Great Recession, women now outnumber men in the workforce. Meredith Wood takes a closer look at the industries seeing the most growth and why experts say this is a growing trend.
Women dominating the workforce. Women now hold more jobs than men. It's a minuscule yet massively interesting piece of data buried in the Labor Department. Women dominating the workforce. Women now hold more jobs than men. It's a minuscule yet massively interesting piece of data buried in the Labor Department's December jobs report. It found women now occupy more than 50% of non-farming positions. Experts say this trend is expected to grow as the number of working women increases while the number of men in the workforce declines. So what's behind the shift? Experts point to the economy moving away from traditional male-dominated jobs in sectors like manufacturing towards a service-based business model. The jobs report found more female-dominated industries like education and health services added 36,000 jobs. Meanwhile, jobs in the mining and manufacturing sectors lost about 21,000 jobs. Perhaps another reason for the shift. A report by Catalyst finds women are earning more degrees than men. Census figures show this is advantageous to women because having a college degree is linked to higher salaries. For Consumer Watch, I'm Meredith Wood.
All right, Meredith, thank you very much. Well, you can't call them Cheeto fingers without the orange dust, and now that cheesy goodness officially has a name. Frito-Lay's has not only dubbed the dust chitlet, but it put it all over and ready to eat popcorn. It's now available in 2 flavors. It's cheddar and flamin' hot. It'll be available in small 2-ounce bags and in larger sizes as well. You can get more information on this at Cheetos.com. Pretty cool. Don't know, though, Dakota, if I would want that on my popcorn or not. Certainly, Cheetos is delicious no matter what time of the year, and we'll see here whether popcorn or not will be something that a lot of people would catch on to. I don't know. Would you put it on your popcorn, Mr. Hunter?
I don't know if I would or not. I like traditional butter on my popcorn, though. Yeah. And so, I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll see nevertheless. And I think today's I guess any day really is a good day for popcorn out there. I mean, certainly kind of feeling like springtime out there. Maybe you could get out with your popcorn on the street. I don't know. We don't need the hot chocolate anymore, at least for right now.
Tim Hortons Oreo Ice Cap.
That's your favorite?
And yes, that is a request. So if anybody would like to drop off a present, you can please, close up there. If anyone would like to drop off a present, you can drop it off to 21 East 3rd Street, Suite 221 here in downtown Jamestown, please. And thank you. All right, let's get into the weather and let's talk about this here. As I mentioned during first weather, we are running above average for this time of the year. When you add our average high together, all the days so far this month, and then you obviously divide it by the days, we are running 40 degrees. That's our average high for the month. We should be near 31 degrees for this time of the month, for this time of the year. So we're running 8 degrees warmer than where we should be for this time of the year. So it's been warm, but winter is making a stark return. So don't forget that. We're still in winter. And if you want winter, it's coming. And you can see it here by Friday. Only 20 degrees. That's the best we'll be able to do there. But it gets even worse as we look into next week. We think we are going to see true Arctic air returning next week. So here's what's coming up here. So peekaboo sun this afternoon. Peekaboo, peekaboo. Chance for a spotty shower or two through the afternoon. It's only a 1 in 3 chance, but the majority of the afternoon will be mainly dry, but don't be surprised if you see a couple raindrops falling from time to time. Winter returns with a vengeance as we go into next week, and another eventful weekend. It always seems like we always have a lot of storms around here this weekend, but we'll talk about that after we talk about the zone forecast for today. So the inland areas today here, this is where we're going to top out, maybe around the mid to upper 40s for most areas, maybe lower 40s, especially in the valleys. In and out sun, small chance for a rain shower, especially in the inland areas. Now, once you work near the Lake Erie shoreline here, temperatures will actually be into the lower 50s right at the immediate lakeshore, but there'll be more clouds and sun with that southwest wind that always helps to warm you up. Now let's talk about the weekend. It's way too early to know any exact details. So please understand when I say this, a lot of things can change between now and the weekend, but this is what we have right now. Another low pressure area down to our south will be moving in our direction. The exact track this is going to take is ultimately going to determine what we're going to be dealing with. If it takes a northerly track, it's likely going to be rain, freezing rain, maybe another ice potential. If it takes a track farther to the south, it could be snow, and it could be heavy snow. Again, it's too early to throw out numbers. If you see anybody throwing out numbers, that's very irresponsible to do, and we don't do that here. As you know, I'm very, and you guys know how I feel about this. I'm not confident to give you numbers at this stage in the game. We'll obviously know more details as we go throughout the week, but determining on the track of this thing is going to determine what we're going to deal with. Is it going to be rain, freezing rain, or is it going to be heavy snow? That's something we have to continue to monitor. Obviously, as we go throughout the week, it's just way too early to throw out numbers or details or anything at this point. So through the afternoon today, around 44 degrees. That's our average high when you average all the temperatures out, around 44 degrees. This is still above average, but there's that spotty shower chance, around 30 to 35%. As we head into tonight, though, it should be mainly dry. There will be a chance for a shower early, but otherwise dry. We'll be around freezing, though, with some partly to mostly cloudy skies. Now, the future. 41 degrees tomorrow, and again, we'll take that. That's not bad for this time of the year, but there's another chance for a spotty shower or two. Thursday, the wind whips up off the southeastern end of the lake, and that'll generate a few lake effect squalls, and it will become windy once again, maybe wind gusts around 30 miles an hour. That high is going to occur early in the morning. We'll fall down to the 20s by the afternoon. Friday, 20 degrees, 15 Saturday morning. Again, high impact storm likely Sunday and on a Saturday and Sunday. Too early to know exact details at this point, but next week, the pattern really shifts, and we're going to get into some real Arctic air come next week. Jay and Norm?
All right, Dakota, thank you very much. Norm is here now with a look at what's coming up in sports.
Yes, Justin. First of all, I could use either one of those powdered Cheeto things for the popcorn. They're both really delicious. Anyways, coming up in sports, an MLB scandal results in some disciplinary action. We will give you the details on that when WNY News Now returns.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Tuesday, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. In the field of high school sports, the Jamestown Red Raiders freshman boys basketball team and varsity boys swimming team both have contests tonight. The freshman basketball team have a 6 o'clock game this evening versus Health Sciences. Meanwhile, the swimming team have a conference battle against the Williamsville East Flames, which is also a 6 o'clock start. For any baseball fans, the Houston Astros did indeed receive some disciplinary action for their 2017 sign-stealing allegations, which were under investigation by the MLB. Former manager A.J. Hinch and GM Jeff Lanau were not only given one-year suspensions, but were also fired from their respective positions in Houston on Monday for the roles in the scandal. Besides this, the team was also fined $5 million and 4 draft pick forfeitures, 2 for 2020 and 2 for 2021. A pair of the picks were first-round selections and the other were second-rounders. The sign stealing was under investigation by the MLB since November of 2019. Tonight, with a 7:30 tip-off, the 18-20 Brooklyn Nets will host the 27-12 Utah Jazz. After their 7-game losing streak, Brooklyn has now won back-to-back games, and climbed back up to 7th in the Eastern Conference. Brooklyn also won their last game on Sunday, 108-86 versus the Atlanta Hawks. On the opposing end, Utah is on fire with a 9-game winning streak, including a 127-116 victory versus the Washington Wizards on Sunday. The Jazz are in 3rd in the West, 5 games behind the first-place LA Lakers. The game will be televised on the Yes Network. That's it for sports today. Back to Justin and Dakota.
All right, Norm, thank you very much. Well, if you've been waiting to doll up your pet, today's the perfect opportunity to do so because it's National Dress Up Your Pet Day. Maybe you want to match outfits with your furry friend or give it a bejeweled collar or even a funny costume. Go for it. The day was founded back in 2009 by celebrity pet lifestyle expert and animal behavioralist Colleen Page. Now, as a bonding opportunity, but remember, you don't necessarily have to make your furry friend miserable. If they don't like dressing up, Paige says, let them sit this one out. Just like people, pets want to be comfortable in the outfits that they wear. They say to avoid clothes that restricts movement or could be a choking hazard. Boy, I love that Eeyore costume right there.
Eeyore. You know, when my cat was alive, she didn't like any of that stuff. She didn't like the sweaters or any of that stuff. So she wouldn't have participated in this.
Yeah, my mom's dogs, they like dressing up, but I think just it kind of goes with the flow. Like they're really, if the dog or cat is really low key, they'll probably let you put stuff on. But my cats would not be down for that. They would. I would imagine cats probably don't like getting dressed up too much.
I mean, you know, my cat was very interesting in the fact that Ginger was very skittish with who she let touch her. It's like, you know, for example, you know, when we first got her, she was kind of crazy and a little skittish.
Yeah.
But as she got to know us, it's like, you know, we could pet her and hold her and whatnot. But it's like, you know,
but strangers come over.
Yeah, strangers come over. She'd run and hide under the couch. She'd
run
down to the basement and she'd hide down there until they leave. And then she'd, like, you know, peek her head out.
Right, to see
what's going on. And
did they
if
leave
the coast
yet?
is clear, she'll come out.
Right, that's awesome. So
I miss that cat.
Gotta say hello to George. Hopefully you're having a good day. Thanks for joining us here. Hello to Lori. Hello to Butch. Hello to David. Teresa as well. Hopefully everybody's having a great afternoon and enjoying this sunshine that we got out there to go to, because I think that's one of the biggest things. It feels like springtime. It really does. And certainly sitting in our newsroom, nice and warm with the windows. So not too great for the light. I know our engineers were trying to combat that, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
But as the old saying goes, don't ever underestimate the power of Old Man Winter. This is going to be the weekend, and this is something we're still trying to figure out. The exact track of another storm system, if it goes farther to the north, it's likely going to be rain, freezing rain. If it goes farther to the south, it's going to be a snow threat Saturday and Sunday, and this could be a heavy snow threat. It's way too early to throw out numbers, and again, I mentioned it. If anybody is throwing out numbers, that is very irresponsible to do at this point in time. And I had the 7-day loaded in here, but there it is. And whoops, I think I might have hit the button one too many times. But anyway, winter returns by Friday, 20 degrees, and then by early next week, big time Arctic air. Stay tuned. We'll let you know on that.
All right. Sounds good. Of course, you can catch Dakota's forecast anytime, anywhere at WNYNewsNow.com/weather. Yeah, sorry about that. All right. Dakota, thank you.
You're welcome.
That does it for us today. We're back tomorrow with a whole nother edition of WNY News Now live at noon. We hope to see you then. Have a great day.